All right, NBA community, we are back. I'm your host, Theo of All 82, your daily full team NBA rankings. Okay, so let's get caught up real quick with what happened last night in the league. Philadelphia outlasts the Hawks 104-101. Embiid is back, they're looking pretty good. T-Wolves lose 127-142 in Washington. Kristaps Porzingis has an outstanding game. Karl Anthony Towns goes down with a calf strain, so that's tough luck on the Wolves. So we move on to Boston, and Boston just destroys the Charlotte Hornets. They hit 45 points in the first quarter. I believe they hit a record 9 or 10 threes in that first quarter. Celtics roll 140-105. Orlando at Brooklyn. Pretty good game. Orlando's still pretty banged up, but getting a lot of production from Franz Wagner, guys like that. Mo Bamba helping out a lot. So they lose 109-102 to Brooklyn. KD goes absolutely on fire mode. Just 19 for 24, 45 points, I believe, is what he ended up with, but he was just on fire, just really cooking. The Nets are looking good. Seth Curry continued his hot streak also. Cavs lose 88-100 in Toronto. Good win for the Raptors. Siakam is back. Fred VanVleet is back. They are getting healthy. They are looking dangerous. Good win for the Raptors. We'll see where they end up in the rankings. Oklahoma City loses at New Orleans, 105-101. No Brandon Ingram, no CJ McCollum, but Zion Williamson leads the way there. 105-101 again. Now we move on to Denver. Houston Rockets come in semi-hot, playing pretty good ball. They were hanging with the Nuggets first half. Nuggets spread it out in the second half. Nuggets win 129-113. Nuggets looking like they're getting back on track also. Chicago goes into Salt Lake City, Utah, beats Utah. Utah is reeling. They're now down to 12-11. They are reeling. 114-107. Bulls finish that one out. Phoenix Suns go into Sacramento, hand them a loss, 122-117. That's going to have huge implications on the rankings. We'll see that soon. Okay, and the Pacers stunned Los Angeles with a three-point shot by rookie Nembhard at the buzzer. 116-115. Tough loss for the Lakers. They blew a 17-point lead in the fourth quarter, but the Pacers also took that game. So you can say they blew it, or you can say the Pacers took it. That is a large lead to give up in one quarter. So we give the Pacers credit. The Lakers, they did kind of fall apart also. So we'll see how far that Indiana Pacers can move up the rankings and see if that really hurt the Lakers or not. Sometimes losses don't hurt as much depending on what happens to the teams underneath. All right, so let's move right into the rankings. No time to waste. At number 30, didn't play last night. Still, San Antonio Spurs are the last ranked team in the league. 8 losses in a row. They don't play tonight either. Down 1, Detroit Pistons had a couple good wins out on the West Coast there. Really competing well. But still at 29, they're still banged up. They've lost 2 in a row. They play the Knicks tonight, so we'll see if they can get something going there. Orlando Magic come in at 28. You're going to see these same teams. You're going to see these same teams hover in the 26 to 30 range. The Magic could actually pull out of that. Magic with a 5-16 record. They have lost 5. So they're struggling. They are competing very well, but they're struggling. 27 Hornets. They actually have some pretty good wins over the last few. They actually beat the 76ers recently, so they're going to stay right there at the 27th spot. coming off that blowout loss still in Boston, but I mean, they have some pretty decent recent wins, so they're going to stay at 27. At 26, even with the loss, the Rockets are looking good, looking better. So the Rockets lose to Denver last night. Didn't hurt them because the teams below them are not playing well, and they are actually playing decent. So the Rockets, that's a good team to start checking out. They're looking better. They're getting healthy. They're competing. The problem is on the defensive side. Offense, they got it. At 25, sliding down, Oklahoma City Thunder. They're down 4 spots. They have lost 2 in a row. The record is now 8-13. So they're sliding fast. Another team somewhat sliding, but we're never really too high. The New York Knicks coming in at 24. They got a good chance tonight of beating the Pistons. They're pretty much fully healthy, except Quickly's a game time decision. So the Knicks with a 9-11 record, coming in at 24 ranked team. They've lost 2 in a row. They're looking to beat the Pistons tonight, which they usually do. Okay, 23rd ranked team, Los Angeles Lakers, playing decent ball. Tough loss last night. Can't put them any higher than that. 7-12. That's the reason why. They just got to get at least close to 500 to get up there. Another team sliding in action tonight, down another 4 spots. Dallas Mavericks coming in as the 22nd ranked team at the 20-game mark of the season. The 20-game mark is important because that means we're at the 25% mark of the entire season. So 20-game mark equals 25% mark, same thing. All right, 21st ranked team, Timberwolves. Lost last night, may have lost Karl Anthony Towns for a long time. We'll see the catch rate, how serious it is. They're 10-11, lost 3 in a row. Could have easily flip-flopped the Mavs and Wolves if you wanted to, but we'll see tonight. The Mavericks have Golden State, a pretty hot Golden State team. Up 2 spots, slowly climbing up are the Chicago Bulls. Good win at Utah last night, very, very good win. Utah's sliding, but they're still competing, so that's a good win. And speaking of Utah, they do drop 6 spots, and they are the 19th ranked team. The reason why people are going to say, hey, why are the Jazz ranked ahead of the Bulls when the Bulls just beat the Jazz? Well, the Jazz have a 2-game lead on them as far as record-wise, and I still feel like the Jazz are a slightly better team even with that loss. Obviously, the Bulls are going up, Jazz are falling down, so that's probably going to change, but Jazz has some very quality wins. The head-to-head, I mean, I guess you can make an argument for flipping the Bulls and Jazz also, but I'm going to keep it like that for now because the Jazz are falling. But they can get a big win, like they usually bounce back. Up 2 spots, Miami Heat. Playing better ball. 10 wins, 11 losses. They won 3 in a row. So the Heat, 18th ranked squad. 17th, a team climbing up the standings. Brooklyn Nets. How many games did they win in a row? 2. Okay, so they won their last 2 ball games. Pretty good wins. KD just on fire. Seth Curry's helping out a lot. Kyrie starting to get back into it. Ben Simmons playing pretty good ball. Down 1 spot. Sacramento Kings took a loss last night at home to Phoenix. They're also sliding. They're not sliding as far as the Jazz, but the Jazz and Kings are definitely sliding. All right. Now we move into the top 15. And another team struggling a bit. They were ranked as high as 5, now down to 15, Atlanta Hawks. Just taking some tough losses right now. 11 wins, 10 losses. You're going to notice that a lot of these teams from 15 up to like 5 almost have the same identical record or in between 1 game, 1 loss. So it's very tough ranking these teams. I'm just ranking them based off what I'm seeing now, quarter by quarter adjustments, team health, whatnot. So it's very tight. From 15 to 5, it's very tight. I have closely evaluated these teams, and so at 14, your Washington Wizards. Good win last night. I really like their starting five with Monte Morris, Bradley Beal, Alvia, Kuzma, and Porzingis. It's very long defensively. They got a lot of offensive scoring power, so I like their starting five, and they get a pretty good, decent bench production. So the Wizards, they got 11 wins, 10 losses, same as the Hawks, but they've actually won their last game. So the Wizards, you're at 14, very comfortably there. 13, another team kind of sliding a little bit. Portland Trailblazers, win one, lose one, win one, lose one. Beat the Knicks, lost the next game. So they're 11-9. Like I said, they're all about packed in here. So Blazers, you are the 13th ranked team. At 12, team on the rise. We knew they were going to rise. Up 5 spots. Golden State Warriors playing at Dallas tonight. They're going to look to keep that going. They won 3 in a row. The only player out for tonight's game is Andre Iguodala still, so they're going into this Dallas game healthy and focused, which is not good for Dallas. That's going to be a heck of a game. Dallas sliding bad at 22. They need this win desperately to get on track. And your 11th ranked team is the LA Clippers. Also, they have a 12-9 record, slightly better than the teams below them. They just keep getting wins. I mean, no Kawhi, no Paul George, no Luke Kennard, and they still get wins. I can't drop them any farther than 11, even though those 3 players are out. John Wall's out tonight also. But the Clippers, you are the 11th ranked team. Coming in at number 10, a team that is rising also, steadily rising. Your Toronto Raptors move into the top 10. 2 wins in a row, getting back healthy. Really like what Toronto's doing. They've been playing good ball, even with or without their best players. Now they're getting them back. Very dangerous team at number 10. Memphis Grizzlies coming in at 9. We all know how dangerous they are. 12-8 record, winners of 2 in a row. So we'll keep track of the Grizzlies, see if they can get back on a good roll and get back maybe up near that top 5 ranking. New Orleans Pelicans still getting it done at number 8. Pretty good win last night against Oklahoma City. So they held that down. A surprising team. I can't believe it, but the 76ers have climbed in up 4 spots to the number 7. They just held it down without Embiid, without Harden. They held it down. Now they got Embiid back, and they're looking solid right there at number 7. 12-9 record. 1-2 in a row. They did lose to the Hornets. That was a bad loss a few days back, but they didn't have Embiid at that time. Philadelphia 76ers, you are climbing to the number 7 spot. 6, another team that has climbed up. Another 5-spot climb. So you got a 4-spot climb by the Sixers. Raptors climbing up slowly. Golden State 5. This team, they just win. With a 12-8 record, the Indiana Pacers go into Los Angeles and just stun their whole crowd. Indiana Pacers have moved up to the number 6 spot. You're going to say, hey, that's too high for them. I don't think it is. With their record, they're doing well. I mean, they're 12-8. That's pretty good. So, like I said, everybody's log jammed in here from 15 to 5. This is how I rank them based off what I'm seeing. So we evaluate quarter by quarter, win by win, quality wins. We rank them quality. There are quality losses also. So the Pacers, you're 6th, and 2 teams right. We're just going to underline these 3 teams. These teams are rising. We want to keep them underlined. 5 is the Cleveland Cavs. They did lose at Toronto last night, but they're without Jared Allen, without a couple other key pieces, and their record's still 13-8. So their record keeps them right there anyways. So they're slightly edging the Cavs, slightly edging the Sixers, but that can flip flop at probably Wednesday night when everybody gets back into action. Number 4 is the Denver Nuggets. 13-7 record, pretty solid considering how many injury games they have lost so far. At the 20-game mark, they're 13-7. I mean, with the injuries they had, you can't ask for a better start than that. They look like they're getting it back, won 3 in a row. Number 3 team, this is where the rankings have changed. Some people are going to agree with this, some people are not. But the Bucks dropped from 2 to 3. Why? Well, because the Phoenix Suns have overtaken them and taken over the number 2 overall spot. Suns are absolutely hot. They're going on the road. They're getting it done. They're winning at home. They've won 5 in a row. Suns, you have overtaken the Milwaukee Bucks at the 3 spot. It's tight. It's close. I know, but the Suns, they're rolling right now with DeAndre Ayton, Mikal Bridges, D-Book, Payne. I mean, they're locked in, and they slightly overtake the Milwaukee Bucks as the number 2 ranked team as of today. And still, your number 1 team in the league, Boston Celtics, number 1 in points per game, just ridiculously offensively, just fluid right now. They've won 13 out of their last 14 games. That's why they still remain number 1. It is a distant number 1 now. Celtics all alone. Suns, Bucks, Nuggets, you can probably pencil them in at the 2, 3, 4. Yeah, and then the Sixers could possibly climb up there. So the next slate, all these teams, 5 to 15, they're all bottlenecked. And it's probably going to be like that for the rest of the season. We'll see if the Bulls can maybe climb back into the top 15. Maybe the Nets, they could possibly get in there and get on the road. The Mavericks, if they can get that good win tonight at Golden State, or home against Golden State, that would get them back in there. But yeah, Suns overtake Bucks, number 2 overall team. Pacers rising, Sixers rising, Warriors rising, Raptors steadily rising, Nets rising. A lot of teams falling off, so some teams staying steady right where they usually are. But that is your rankings for today. Have a blessed one.